Hi, in the previous video we have talked about the closures, and in this video we will talk about decorators. Decorators are a highly effective and helpful Python feature because we can use them to change the behavior of a function or class. And how do we exactly do it? We use them to wrap another function in order to enhance its functionality. And in order to do that, we do not have to change this permanently. Sounds confusing? Let's see them in action. So consider we have one function called generate_report, where we have one complex algorithm for generating several type of report. To make it simple, I'm just printing one line over here called generating reports. Okay, now consider a use case where only the logged in user can access this functionality. So what you can do is you can say something like if is login true, then run this piece of code, else print NA, not authorized. Pretty much simple, right? But this function was complex and you do not want to mess up with this one. So what you can do is you can create separate function called def login decorator, and you can put this piece of code over here. Now call this function generate report, and now it should give you the result as generating report. Let's have some more functionality. Log print service started and print service closed. So here we are getting a generate report, right? Because we are calling this function, not this one. So wherever the references of the generate report are, we have to replace this with login decorator. And this is a challenge over here because maybe this service or generate report is getting used multiple places and we can't go there and change it. So what we can do is, here comes the concept of decorators. You can extend the feature and do not have to change anything. So let's see how we exactly do it. This was our piece of code. So to implement decorators, we use the concept of closures. You can refer to my previous video for the closure concept. To make it simple, there are mainly three basic requirements for closures. You should have one inner function, you have to return it, and the inner function should have access to your non-local variables. So consider, so this is our inner function. We are returning this inner function. Pretty much simple, right? And what we can do is, this function is unknown to us. To make it reusable, what we can do is we can pass this as an argument over here. So let's say we are having one function as argument. We can call it over here func, and this is our closure. Now you can say that we are passing one function as argument. Is it allowed in Python? Answer is yes, because in Python function is a first class object. You can use this function to assign into a variable. You can store into one data structure like a dictionary or anything as such. You can pass it as an argument or do whatever you want. You can treat them as a variable. Now to call this, how do we exactly call the closures? So we should have one output is equal to login decorator. We have to pass this function as an argument over here, generate reports, and then we call output. Again the same challenge, right? Because we cannot go to each references and put this line of code. So Python gives you an easy solution over here. So instead of writing this thing, what you can do is you can decorate it. So to decorate it, you have to use this @ symbol, and you have to push this the decorator name. So you do not have to like call this function. Now your generate report function will be called before this login decorator. And how it is getting called? This login decorator will take this function as an argument and call it. So now let's call this function. Yes, service started, generating report, and service closed. Great, right? And if we say if login true is false, then what happens? It says NA, not allowed.